day guys, nice to have you here. A lot of you may have already updated your Mobile Legends app and are aware that it just received a massive update recently. Items, game mechanics, and tons of hero buffs, adjustments, and some nerfs. One thing is for sure, it was driven to awaken a lot of heroes whose pick rate lowered dramatically, such as Hilda. Her adjustment received mixed reactions. Some loved it, while some hated it. And today, I'll show you why this adjustment is what she needs. And of course, same as usual, we'll share some tips, tricks, and strategies that will help you play the game better in general.
Holy look at all this damage!
Since this is her largest adjustment to date, I'll also share details around her itemization, emblem configuration, and playstyle, so make sure to stay tuned. We'll kick things off with the changes they made. The developers decided to lower her first skill's damage, which is in my opinion okay since its main purpose is to chase down losers, not kill losers. I however love what they did to her second skill. Not only was its cooldown decreased, it also received a damage and range buff. The part of the adjustment that's receiving mixed opinion is her ultimate. The devs decided to change its mechanics and no longer retain stacks permanently. This means one-shot damage carry Hilda is no longer a thing. In the past, Hilda with max stacks can deal tremendous damage with one hit. In some situations, a pure damage build can also deal more than 4,000 damage, allowing her to finish off squishes in less than 1 second. Now, she needs to first attack her enemy 6 times using either basic attacks or both her first and second skills. This makes her ultimate suck so bad if you haven't gained enough stacks by attacking, which means her ultimate is now best used as an executioner skill once you have reached max stacks. The best part is, she now deals bonus damage based on the enemy's max HP. The higher their max HP is, the greater the damage the skill inflicts.
Initiate retreat! You have slain an enemy!
Forging ahead is the only way for me to escape the past.
An ally has slain the...
Don't overcommit to kills. Remember, kills aren't everything. Focus on gaining gold and taking objectives. If the enemy is far out of your reach, clear minions instead. Let's now talk about the battle spells. On this game I used Execute, but that was by accident since I forgot to change it. I was supposed to select Vengeance since it's a good battle spell to have against heroes like Cho, Beatrix, and Carmilla. In a nutshell, Vengeance is good against heroes with sustained continuous damage since it acts as both a defensive and offensive skill. Not only does it decrease damage received, it also reflects a portion of their damage and regenerates some HP, which can, in some situations, render their abilities useless. For the emblem, I chose High and Dry and invested points on physical attack and physical penetration. This will prove useful in the early game against opposing solo laners. It will also be a useful emblem when isolating enemies out, which will trigger High and Dry's effect. You can also invest your points in cooldown reduction, which will help her spam her second skill, and of course her ultimate, which are both key abilities in order to make her powerful. I also suggest Festival of Blood and invest your points on physical attack. And if you're wondering if she's a good roaming support, maybe, maybe not, but if you were to ask me, I won't play her that way. She's better as a backup side lane carry, either on the XP or gold lane, or even a jungler. I actually heard Ling taking the jungle buff, but I got a bit too overconfident after seeing how much damage Hilda can inflict. In other words, I was itching to take Cho down. Remember guys, the ultimate goal is to win, and prioritizing kills will not get you the win. Always consider enemy positions, objectives, lane management, and itemization before anything else. As long as you focus on those, kills will eventually follow. Let's first discuss her physical damage items. Depending on the situation and enemy team's lineup, I highly recommend selecting a combination of the following. Don't spend too many slots on damage items. Keep it at a minimum. 2 to 3 should be sufficient. Keep in mind that the idea behind her new kit is to wreak havoc using her second skill, and then finishing off enemies using her ultimate. If you lack the much needed tankiness, you'll end up dead before completing your stacks.
A warrior's strength comes from
For the defensive items, it's quite self-explanatory. Just choose your items based on the situation and needs of your team. When selecting items, it's best choosing according to the enemy team's weaknesses. This, in my opinion, is why this adjustment is so good. Increasing her second skill's damage wasn't just for efficiently clearing the minions, it's more for discouraging enemies from getting close. Combine this with her ability to regenerate HP while in the bushes and you'll have a formidable side laner that's both difficult to kill and difficult to survive from. Always hover your camera over key areas. Even though you can't see the enemies, you can still hear them, thus giving you a good idea of their location. Sadly, I was too late. Ling already got our purple buff. Poor Lanzi. Before joining team fights or helping other lanes, make sure to clear the upcoming waves first. Try your best to keep your minions ahead by at least one wave. This will lessen the chances of getting counter-pushed by one of the enemy heroes.
Forging ahead is the only way for me to escape the past. A true warrior would give life to the things she wants to protect.
You have slain an enemy! Request backup!
Sometimes securing major objectives such as the turtle and the lord doesn't mean you have to help defeat it. Sometimes it means securing the perimeter or providing vision to your allies, and that's why I stayed in that area. I did in order to provide vision to Lancy and to drive away enemies that might attempt to steal the turtle. Vision control is extremely important.
Turtle!
Good work.
Begs to differ. A true warrior.
Thank you!
I'm going off, I know it's time to make a change, and I can take the pain, yeah. I'm gonna go down swinging, I get lost in the feeling, I'm gonna find my meaning, I can make a change, I wanna play again.
My axe begs to differ.
An enemy has been slain! Killing spree!
My axe begs to differ.
An enemy has been slain!
Only
An ally has been slain!
Dalawang beses na yan!
forefathers. I need my answer. If only I had the power, strong enough to shelter my people.
I didn't feel bad if I failed to kill Ling. My real purpose there was to force him to waste his ultimate. Because of his mobility, the odds of me killing him is actually pretty low unless somebody locks him down with a control effect. While it's true that he survived, but without his ultimate, it'll be difficult for him to join team fights.
Forefathers, I need
Launch
my answer.
attack! You have slain an enemy!
A true warrior would give life to the things she wants to protect.
Your team destroyed a turret! You have slain an enemy! An enemy turret has been destroyed! Your team destroyed a turret! Your team destroyed a turret!
Forefathers, I need my answer.
Killing spree has been destroyed!
That concludes our Mobile Legends content for today. In my opinion, I really think this is the adjustment Hilda needs. Do you think so too, or do you find this adjustment weak? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, everyone. Peace.